And thus it came to be that Mahi and I found ourselves sitting that same evening with our butts heavy on the middle wooden seat of Bernardo's transport boat. In the luminous brightness of the moon, the boat motored through brisk gusts of chilled night air, the outboard engine droning steadily onward. My mind was a muddle. I had no sense of future right then. Clouds whipped fairly low overhead, blowing from the south and periodically blocking the moon. Wingster was standing at the wheel 5 feet in front of us. My left wrist was handcuffed to Mahi, and my right wrist cuffed to a metal handle of the boat. Mahi was holding the jade phallus upright in her lap. "Jack, listen to my words," she said with zero drama over the roar of the engine. "It's essential to now let go. Put aside the past, the future. Surrender to whatever chooses to emerge now. I feel something." She looked away, off to Caban's looming presence down south. I still had a splitting headache, courtesy of Quemado back in the cave. But as I stared at Mahi's silhouette, the moonlight made her look godlike, her short-cut hair rustling in the stiff breeze blowing against our faces. She looked so strikingly beautiful to me, even in the crazy, ugly situation we were caught up in. As if tuning into my feelings, she turned to me, leaned and kissed my tense lips, and at that same moment the engine ceased its steady vibration, coughing itself into silence. Waves slapped hard at the aluminum hull as the boat floated to a drifting standstill about a mile off from shore. "Okay," Wingster shouted over the rush of the wind. "Throw that damn thing overboard and be done with it." Mahi remained passive, turning her head to look out over the moonlit water to where Caban was towering over the whole world. In her lap, I could see her fingers gripping the jade piece tightly. My mind flashed to the moment I saw her grab that thing way back at the museum. Wingster remained silent, not moving, just watching her intently. The moonlight seemed to be vibrating its own energy into the jade piece, as she now raised it up over her head with her free hand and shouted as loud as she could, "I call upon you, Abierta. It's time for newness, for us all. A la nueva." And with a loud, long animal grunt, she threw the ceremonial phallus with all her remaining strength, far up and out and into the night sky. The moon glinted on its smooth curves. Then the surface of the water exploded with a sharp splash as the lake once again opened and swallowed the piece, and it was gone. Just as Mahi turned her head and looked to me, a sudden vicious squall came rushing over the boat from the direction of Santiago Atitlan. Something in the sound or scent or touch of the squall made Mahalena straighten her spine, lift her head, and come suddenly alert, looking around her like an animal sensing a message carried upon the unseen scent of the night air. She turned and looked directly into my eyes. "Nocalito mio," she half shouted over the roar of the wind. "Focus now. Be aware. There is no death here, only love." Wingster barked at her. "Your whole outworn hippie trip is so full of bull," he growled. "You don't even know when you should be shitting in your pants." The squall was now moving right over us. The first touch of rain hit my face, and through the blur of my eyes, I saw that Wingster had his pistol aimed directly at me. "So sorry to notify you of a slight change of plans," he shouted loudly at us. "But this is the end of the story for both of you. Firm order from the boss man. Zero negotiation. Down you go. Shit happens." This can be easy for you or hard. The easy way is for you to take that wire, run it through one of those cinder bricks, tie it to your ankle, then I take off the cuffs and both of you just take a quick jump overboard, and in no time at all, you'll find yourselves painlessly gone. Otherwise, I'm going to promptly shoot you both in the head and do the tying myself. Your choice. I reacted violently to his words, jumping up just as the wind gusted again and rocked the boat with the big waves slapping hard against the hull. Wingster made a fast move with his pistol and hit me hard on my forehead, knocking me back down. "Stop," Mahi shouted. "I'll do the wire." And as Nate watched her, she took the wire and proceeded to tie her ankle to the brick. Momentarily, the wind dropped down and the rain subsided a bit. "I'll remove that handcuff from the boat," Nate shouted at us, "and you two can be real romantics and throw the brick over and go down together. Otherwise, it's my job to blow your brains out and do the throwing for you." Blood was running down into my right eye from my forehead cut, mixing with the rain. "I always knew the CIA was up to this kind of thing," I shouted at Wingster. "Wrong again," Nate shouted at us. "Nobody has a clue what I'm up to here. Bernardo and me, we got the whole world tight by the balls. And now I need to get back before midnight. Are you two taking the plunge, or shall I blast you?" Another intense gust of wind and rain hit the boat. Wingster had to shuffle to keep his standing balance. "But wait," I said at him, wondering how long it would take to get the wire off Mahi's ankle if we went overboard alive. "Isn't the broadcast going to zap your brain too?" "Get serious," he said. "I'm no fool. Now are you going over?" I glanced to Mahi, and her wild, piercing eyes jolted me suddenly into that particular energetic no-calito mind state. But I was feeling too befuddled, entirely lost. "All right," Wingster was shouting now, keeping his distance as he used a key to unlock the handcuff anchoring my body to the boat. "I give you both 5 seconds to stand up, take your brick in hand, and jump overboard. Bernardo's show must go on." A nasty wind slapped my face and rocked the boat. Nate struggled to stay standing. My body shifted, and exactly at that same instant, Mahi made her own move. Our bodies lurched in perfect sync strongly to the left, and the boat rocked sharply in reaction to our sudden shifted weight. Just for a second, Wingster lost his balance as Mahi reached down for the brick. Handcuffed to her, I moved in unison down with her, and then with a strong flash of action, she lifted and threw the brick right into Nate's face. His pistol fell and discharged, and the bullet went zapping off into the night. I saw blood spurting from his left eye as he lost his balance. Mahi and I both lurched and gave him a hard push, and over he went. For just a moment, bright moonlight illuminated the surface of the lake. I thought I saw him thrashing around frantically. Then the moonlight was gone, and so was Nate.